It's my pleasure to introduce or to start this session and immediately hand over to Grace and to ask Grace on the stage. And Grace, can you lead us to this exciting next item on the Strategy Committee agenda? Grace.
Thank you. Yes, this is the most exciting event. At the Strategy Committee meeting, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the room and welcome to the live pitch competition of BeChangeMaker 2018 here in Amsterdam. We are very, very excited to have you join us today and see how these young people use their skills, their innovation, and their business innovation to help make a little difference in this world through the power of social entrepreneurship. So BeChangeMaker 2018 is an initiative by WorldSkills and the HP Foundation. You all have learned a little bit about the project and our finalists at the Strategy Committee meeting. So before we get started, I would just like to introduce and give a big shout out to our judges today. First on the panel, we have Marcus Schwette, representing the HP Foundation. And welcome, Marcus. Second on the panel, I think a lot of people all know him very well, Rich Miles, who is the former 3M representative to WorldSkills and now a sustainability and business consultant. Welcome, Rich. Third on the panel is Natalie Arab, who is the Education Business Development Manager from FANUC. FANUC is one of our latest global partners, so welcome. Thank you for joining us. And just a little bit of house rules. I will be calling the teams up to the stage one by one, and they will have 5 minutes to pitch, and they will also have 5 minutes to answer questions from the judges. And as audience, you're not just sitting here and watch them pitch. We would like to invite you to participate by joining us. As mentioned at the strategy committee, you can use your mobile phone, your tablets, or your laptop, whatever you have, to go to bcmvoting.worldskills.org. And then you can use your email address as login. And please remember, once you have submitted every scores, you cannot go back and to rate the teams again. So each team, when they have 5 minutes pitch done, please make sure that you put down your scores immediately afterwards. You will have a bit time before the next team comes up, so we would like you to score the teams along the way. Your vote is very, very important to the teams because these are going to be counted as bonus points to the official overall performance from the judges. And we are also live streaming on Facebook, so this is all very exciting. And so without further ado, I would like to welcome the first team, Loulou Lab from Denmark, and they are focusing on empowering the young people through the power of technology. So welcome.
Thank you, Grace. Thank you. Okay. So, do you remember your sexual education in school? And was it embarrassing for you to talk about? Because for many young girls and boys today, it is. We are Loulou Lab, and we develop educational games on taboo topics to make it easier to speak out loud about even the difficult things.
So our team met at Hack for Girls in Copenhagen last year, organized by UNFPA, Microsoft, Save the Children, and many more. And the challenge was to come up with a solution to educate African girls about sexual and reproductive health. So our solution was a game, to make it fun, easy and visual, to learn about these taboo topics. Because millions of children in developing countries don't have the access or the opportunity to learn about sexual and reproductive health. As it is for now, around 23% of girls in Africa drop out of school due to early pregnancy. And even 1 in 10 girls drop out just because of their period. And this really needs to change.
So we developed a prototype, and we went to Kenya and Ethiopia to test with users both in rural and urban areas, with UN Women and with several NGOs. And as you can see on the photos, we strongly encourage co-creative methods. And on the first photo, you see how we co-created the avatars and the visuals for the game. So we had the girls draw with pen and paper the characters that they would like to see in the game. And they were very beautiful and much more colorful than we would have thought of ourselves. And we also tested with boys, as we can see that they are also very curious to learn more about reproductive health and how a baby grows in a woman's belly. We also co-created the content for the game with the questions we got from the different users. For example, it was actually very basic. For example, how do I use a sanitary pad? And we also had a really good dialogue with the teachers who said that today they don't talk about it because they either don't know how to, or they talk about it in a very basic manner. So they really need a tool like this to provide information and to be a platform to open up a dialogue on these difficult topics.
Yeah, so this video, it shows the first game level that we co-created with the users in Ethiopia and Kenya about menstrual hygiene. So the students in Kenya actually would love to play our game in groups, which is really amazing because it opens up and creates a dialogue about these important topics. So the game works both offline and online. It works on smartphones, tablets, and computers to reach as many users as possible. The characters are Pan-African, and the settings are created from pictures from the school, the town, and the hospital clinic to make a really safe learning environment that the users can relate to. And the language is English with a Swahili accent, because we realized that they had difficulties understanding our Danish accent.
So how are we different from others? We give the game in the hands of the users and not the teachers, as many other educational apps do. And because it's a digital tool, we also make it much easier and more up-to-date for organizations to measure their local impact. We are currently scaling the game across Africa, and we also got contacted by a Danish high school, and when we return from here, we will start co-creating a game on mental health with high school students. And the game levels will be about, for example, stress, depression, cutting, anxiety, or other topics that the students will choose.
So we envision a profit for non-profit business model where the work we do in Scandinavia can help cover the work that we do in developing countries. So our customers in Scandinavia will be schools and municipalities paying on a subscription model, and the users in Scandinavia will also be able to buy the game in app stores. Whereas in Africa, the users cannot afford to buy our game. So therefore, we want to give the first game level out for free, so we can establish a good idea of how our product works, and we can get some strong impact numbers, so we can secure even more funding to develop more game levels and reach even more users.
And this is our team, and our very passionate team. And we have basically all the essential skills that we need to make this product. And we just got selected to be a part of the Plus Impact Accelerator in Copenhagen. So we will further develop a kick-ass business model with experts from Catapult Accelerator and Singularity University.
And we are currently looking for more local partners in Africa and beyond to implement our game. We're also open to develop our concept to work on more taboo topics that are difficult to talk about. So it could, for example, be about bullying in school or issues at home. So if you want to partner up with us, just reach out. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Loulou Lab. Please stay on the stage. So I would like to turn to the judges for questions. Marcus.
Okay, there we go. Thank you so much. And a question from my side, how do you capture, how to call it properly, customer feedback? So when you look at the players and in order to improve what you're doing, how does that work?
So we, of course, went to test our prototype to really get close to our users and to the customers. And we also are looking for a research coordinator who can go to Kenya, because we know our users are far away and our customers, and really research how our product works and what impact it makes on the users and also the surroundings, like their families or the schools and the teachers.
Thank you.
Rich?
Yeah, great presentation. So tell us a little bit more about the funding How are you funding this for further growth and further development?
So we currently just sent out our first game level for free because we really want to get reach and to reach as many NGOs as possible so we can validate that the product works. And when we know this, we can apply for further funding from bigger donors and to scale it to more schools.
Any question from Natalie?
No, thank you.
So, just going back to the funding, so what kind of sponsors or funding are you looking for?
Also, an additional one, I don't know if we can go back to the slide, because we do this profit for a non-profit business model. So basically what we do in Denmark and Scandinavia, here our users are able to buy the product, and in Africa they're not. So this will help cover for the cost we will have for doing the work in Africa.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Loulou Lab. Okay, next up we have... Thank you. Next up we have Moomba. It's a team that is based in Lebanon, and they are trying to provide a much better content online for education in Arabic.
Hello everyone, thank you for coming. My name is Mahmoud Zalt and I'm from Lebanon. I'm here today to introduce you to Mubarmij. So Mubarmij is the most advanced e-learning platform that teaches programming in the Arabic language. This is the team behind it. Layal and I started working on it in 2014 when we discovered there's a huge need for tutorials and courses related to the IT in the programming language, in the Arabic language, sorry. And while studying the reasons behind that, we discovered that or recognized that there's no much content in Arabic, and especially there's no educational content. And while doing more research about that, we discovered that also many studies have shown that investing in creating Arabic content and even content that targets any other nation or language, that also is very great opportunity today because the majority is all in English. So we took that challenge and we built Mubarmij. As you can see, this is the website. It has courses, it has chapters and videos that teach you skills in form of screencast tutorials. So why this industry is very important? Because first of all, the global e-learning market was expected to reach 107 billion by 2015. And on the other side, Forbes also mentioned that software engineering and also related IT-related fields are on the most in demand in the market today. Besides, also learning online is much fun than being in school anyway. So our business model is very simple. And we design it in a way to give everyone opportunity or equal opportunity to learn at the same time. So if you are beginner or trying to bootstrap your career, you have always access to all the basic courses and chapters for free. But later on, when you want to advance in your career, you can always come and purchase some courses at very affordable prices, and those revenues will be shared between us and the tutors who made them. So there are 422 million today who speaks Arabic, and 21.1 million of them are under age of 25 and have some interest in technology. Only 10% of those are getting now STEM education. So we are far away from our competitors. Most of them, if not all of them, have chosen English to be the only language supported on their platform for all their courses and tutorials, forgetting about millions of other people who find it really challenging to have to learn English first and then start your career. We're not even sure if you're going to like it or not, and it's a challenge that I faced myself. Since we launched, we got 1,200 subscribers in the first 2 days from just the landing page and other emails from people supporting that and suggesting that we need that and this courses to learn. Today we have 65,000 subscribers on the platform just from some demo courses that we launched in order to understand the user's behavior on the platform. At this moment, we are building the next version of the platform where we are converting it to become a marketplace where some qualified engineers and organizations can come to our website and publish their content in order to sell it and also make some revenue. And by this, we're not only creating more content, more Arabic content, or even educational content, but we are also helping those people make some money from home. And also, of course, sharing the skills with everyone around. So this is a new version of and how it's going to look like. I'm not going to go into details, but it's completely different. So far, and for that reason, we have signed partnerships with many organizations that supports our vision and also having some content, and they are willing to share it on our platform, such as The Little Engineer, Cody, and Internet Society. As well as by the end of 2018, we were mentioned and featured at multiple events such as ArabNet, MIT, and Oxford Amends. And we have acquired so far 2 grants, one from ISME, Kafalat from Lebanon, and the other one is from Hivas ARC from the Netherlands. And we're still aiming for the 137,000 by the end of 2019. I still have 30 seconds, but I'm going to tell you thank you for listening.
Thank you very much, Mahmoud. So for the judges, I would like to turn to Natalie if you have any questions for Mahmoud.
Not for the moment. Sorry.
Okay, Marcus, please.
Ready. Hey, thanks for the presentation. Great stuff. Question on the tutors you mentioned from a profit-sharing model. Where do you get those tutors from? How are they built into that ecosystem? And can you elaborate a bit more on that?
Sure.
Thanks.
Myself, I'm a software engineer, and to learn programming, it was a challenge for me because I speak Arabic as a native language, and I was taught, or I learned French in school. So when I went to university, it was really big challenge. And when by coincidence, I say we discovered that need, we published something online and we received great feedback from people asking us for more and more. And that's why when we built that platform. Now, as programmers, and I come from Lebanon, Beirut. It's a very small city, so everyone knows each other. When we go to meetups, we meet all these developers. So we've asked every single one of them and the organization that have even tutors and some people, not just from the work environment, but from the like teachers and stuff. And they were also interested in publishing their content somewhere other than YouTube. And this way was really great for them, so we can make money and also gain more traction to themselves as well. So we get really great feedback from them, and they were so interested in coming and publishing their tutorials online.
So how do you manage the ongoing kind of maintenance of quality of the courses?
Yeah, perfect. Well, with the version 2, the current version on the website, I was very worried about the quality. I want to teach people what's really important for their career to get the job and really advanced, not just outdated stuff that everyone knows. And because of that, I decided that I should be preparing all the content and probably hire a small team to help me. But that was really challenging and really time-consuming, so we couldn't make a lot of those. And then when we're talking to people, asking them, could you please help us by making something that you feel very comfortable about, by sharing it? Let's say you want to teach people how to build iPhone mobile applications. Let's say you have some really good skills. You can just make this course, like takes 3-4 hours, and then you can put it here. And they were so interested, so we decided to shift into a more like marketplace, where people can actually take that initiative, go by themselves, create a profile, but we have to check the quality for the website. We have to agree on them. They will make profiles. There's a big process where they can easily start publishing, and we have to agree on the price and everything else.
Thank you very much, judges, and thank you, Mahmoud, for your wonderful presentation. Next up is Team Ripple from India. They are focusing on improving water saving and also providing some economic benefits to their community. So welcome, Team Ripple.
By the way, we are not doing emails while we are sitting here, we are voting.
Yeah. Please do use your mobile phones at this time. And they brought a prototype.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Madhumita, and this is Nishit. We're Team Ripple from India. Only when the well is dry will we know the worth of water. These are the wise words spoken by the great Benjamin Franklin. We live in Bangalore. Bangalore is a city known for its gardens and lakes, but right now our lakes are so polluted that some of them are even catching on fire. Bangalore is the Silicon Valley of India, and yet the water supply is disconnected during certain hours of the day. There are many protests that happen because of water, which bring our city to a halt. I'm sure you must have heard about Cape Town. It is the first global city to run out of drinking water. Bangalore is next in line. According to a report published by the Government of India, Bangalore and other major cities will run out of groundwater by the year 2020. And hence, water conservation is the need of the hour. In India, we cannot drink water directly from a tap, so we use RO, that is reverse osmosis water purifiers, to get clean drinking water. This is how a standard RO purifier looks like. The blue pipe is usually directed towards the sink to let out the reject water. As you can see, for every 1 liter of clean drinking water, 3 to 4 liters of water is being rejected. It's being wasted. What if we could reuse this reject water?
We offer you a one-of-a-kind product that can purify this reject water and store it to fulfill the basic domestic demands. To tell you more about how our product works, firstly, this is an add-on to an existing RO purifier. Instead of letting out the reject water pipe into the sink, it can be connected to a filter which contains activated charcoal. The reject water is highly contaminated and has high TDS level, that is, the total dissolved solids of over 1,000 parts per million. Our product can bring it down to under 500 parts per million, and it is well under the acceptable limits. It can then be stored and be used by the outlet that is provided. This water cannot be used for direct consumption, but can be used for watering your plants, washing your clothes, your vehicle, cleaning your utensils, and etc. The whole idea of the product began with BeChangeMaker, and this is how our product evolved till now. To get to the business cycle, the customer can buy the product from our website. The product is ready to use out of the box, and the customer can install it himself. For efficient performance, the filter has to be replaced once in every 3 months, and this creates a continuous revenue stream for our business. The feedback that we've received so far for our prototype is that, first, people are surprised by the amount of water that they can save. And second, they also mention it takes time and effort to get used to this new way to save water. Let's get to our finances. It costs $5 to manufacture, and we intend to sell it at $17. This creates a profit of $12 per unit. Our target customers are urban residences and apartments. We intend to market our product through extensive social media campaigns and awareness drives across the city to create interest. We will also be teaming up with Government Utilities Corporation and water conservation groups to promote our product. An important aspect of our business will be our monthly community changemaker activity. We intend to bring about a group of environmentally invested individuals to conduct activities like cleaning and reviving of lakes, rainwater harvesting workshops, etc. A part of our profits will also be directed to this program. Once the product gains traction, we will start our referral program. To kickstart our milestones for the next 6 months, we will be starting our operations in November with the launching of our website. We will initiate our first pilot project in December, and based on the feedback that we receive on the pilot project, we will launch the product for sales in Jan. We will be starting with our first monthly community changemaker activity in Feb. We will also scale up our production and bring a larger capacity model by April. In the later part of the year, we intend to enter into the retail channel as well.
Our initial target area is the city of Bangalore. These are the areas with prominent residential communities. On a national level, these are the cities with immense potential for our product. Over 22 countries from around the world use RO water purifiers, and hence we have a market globally as well. Let's talk about the impact our product makes. With our product, a family can save 80 liters of water per day, 560 liters of water per week, 2,400 liters of water per month, and a massive 28,800 liters per year. This is just one household. An entire apartment can save water that is equivalent to 3 Olympic-sized swimming pools. Now, Bangalore is a city with a population of over 12 million people. Just imagine how much water we can all save. Come join us and be part of this change. Individually, we're a drop, but together, we're an ocean. Thank you very much.
Wonderful. Thank you, Madhu. Thank you, Madhu. Thank you, Nishi, for your wonderful presentation. So now, Marcus, would you like to start?
Okay, thank you so much for this presentation. There is a massive scale behind what you're looking at. My immediate question is related to what, let me put it into, because what I'm struggling with is, who is the competition for that, and why haven't they picked it up already? So therefore, question to you, how is the competitive landscape in that area? And sorry for stumbling around, because I was trying to find a way how not to make it a very hard question, but one that helps you to elaborate on that.
Yeah, so
Thanks.
that's a really nice question. So right now, the RO water purifier manufacturers are putting all their efforts into reducing the amount of reject water and not create a new product, exactly. And most of the people aren't aware about how much water is being wasted. Like, we found out this year, and that's why we thought of this. So I think these are the few reasons why we don't have that much competition, and yeah.
Thank you.
I should imagine, though, because obviously this has got enormous opportunities for scale. Okay, so at some point, I guess you'd be starting to think about collaborating with some larger organizations?
Yes. So again, a very nice
Like
question.
3M?
That's really interesting. So, yes, so we intend, like, at the later stage, we want to tie up with one of these manufacturers that can also bring us into a retail presence.
Yeah.
So that creates a larger audience for our product. So that's about it.
Any question from Natalie? Or feedback?
It's a very great presentation. I'm really impressed. Just it was a business model. Do you know which person can buy this product now? And how many in how many time you think it could be developed?
Yeah, so our target customers are people who live in urban residences and apartments. So we are planning to create awareness drives so that they're aware about how much water they're wasting, and then they can buy it. And so they will buy the product just once, but the filter has to be replaced every 3 months. So you can go to the website and purchase a filter, or come up with a subscription program or anything which suits you. So I hope that answered your question.
And is there any governmental help coming your way?
We will be tying up with them because at the moment the government is bound to increase the tariffs of water, and we will get support from our locally elected individuals as well.
All right, that was really good. Thank you very much, judges, and Madhu and Nishit.
Thank you.
Next up, I'm really happy to invite Christina from Syrios, the team that is based in Syria, and they are providing a very innovative solution to help the mute and the deaf people communicate.
Hi everybody, I'm Christina, COO and co-founder of Cyrus. We are a team of engineering who build wearable devices for people with disability. This is Hiba, 21 young lady studying art design at university. She is deaf and mute birth, and she faces difficulties to communicate with her classmates simply because they don't understand sign languages. So how many people are there like Hiba? There are currently 380 million deaf and mute around the world, 120 in English countries, and 12 million in MENA region. While in my country, Syria, we only have 100,000 deaf and mute. Backing to statistic in 2010, but because of the situation in Syria in the last 8 years, that number has increased. So we are planning to launch our product first at Syria because we already have 20 pre-order, and we made a deal with one of the hearing centers there. So in the past 7 years, there was a student project trying to solve that problem, but with a lot of limitation. Because just 3 of that can handle to translate American word sign language to just a text. But we, with the EcoPlus glove, okay, there is something missed. Okay.
We have a little bit help to demonstrate the prototype.
But we are with with EcoPlus glove. We have 6 flex sensors and 5 touch sensor and 1 gyro and mic accelerometer. In addition to Bluetooth sheet to translate the data to our mobile application, which will thank you, which will analyze and translate the sign to written and spoken Arabic words. Thank you very much. Thank you. So we hope with EcoPlus gloves that we will integrate disability people more with social life and provide more and various job opportunity and give a push to improve learning process for them. And yes, we will be the first Arabic word sign language that translate not only to a text, but also to audio. So our business plan for the last year in 2019 will be start with distributed 20 gloves as a beta version at low price. Then we will manufacture 220 gloves as a official version. In addition to that, we will contribute with Hearing Center and Association for Deaf and Mute to provide sign language and lips reading training. So our finance for the first year will be like that. We will sell our official version for $215. And in order to build our company and to manufacture 240 gloves, we will need around $46,000. So our team is made of 2 mechatronic engineering, me and Sulaiman, and we are responsible of the hardware side of the project. And we also have Wadi Askaf with us. He's our mobile application developer and the machine learning expert. So this is Hiba again, but this time after she tested our EcoPlus glove, she said, I love the feeling a lot, and I am excited that the world will hear me. But by the way, Hiba wasn't the only one who tested our product. We have also Lama, Josephine, and one child, George, who gave us a huge motivation to carry on our work after we saw the beautiful smile on his face after he tried our gloves. So our goal is to empower every disabled person to feel socially integrated and fully experience the world without barriers. We hope that you can join us either by tell people about us or just by invest with us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Christine. Stay on the stage. Turn to the judges. Marcus?
Nice presentation, thank you. Really good. Tell us a little bit more about your global ambition here.
Yeah, first we will just target MENA region because we are now building the glove for the Arabic sign language, but then after 2 years we will add an English feature to translate the Arabic sign language to English written and spoken. So in this way we can make the Arabic and non-Arabic speaker can use the gloves. And after that, we are making a talking with a startup here in Netherlands, and we have like a completed project together, and that will be open us to worldwide expand. Yeah.
Thanks for the presentation. And coming from industry, I'm coming again with that question on What's the competition doing? So you mentioned that other products failed. So from your perspective, what is the big differentiator that will drive your success?
Okay. Two of this project was just for American Sign Language, and it was just for text. So they and have desktop application. So it's not for a market. And one of them was for university project, and he didn't have any intention to go to the market. So we are safe for now. And we are working in Arabic Sign Language, so we are building package for the Arabic one in programming. So it's our challenge to do that, but it's our unique also. Yeah,
Thank you very much, Christina. Thank you.
thank you.
So the very last team, and I'm very, very happy to introduce Uroboros, whose team members come from Guatemala and Honduras, and 3 of them are studying computer science together. So they would like to provide a very innovative business solution to help encourage more sustainable production of rice. So let's hear that.
Hello, everyone. Rice. It is the 3rd most grown crop worldwide. Did you know that? We actually figured that out when we went all together to Taiwan to study, and we've been eating rice for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But did you know that actually the production of rice has a heavy environmental impact? We figured this once while traveling in Indonesia, and the 3 of us found ourselves sitting in the middle of a rice field, covered in thick and black smoke. It was then that we realized that all this smoke was coming from the open burning of rice straw. Rice straw is the byproduct of the rice harvest, and it lays in the field after the rice is harvested. Currently, in the world, there are about 160 million hectares of rice paddies. And every year, after the harvesting of rice, millions of tons of rice straw are burned, and millions of tons of CO2 are released into the atmosphere. This is incredibly detrimental to the health of people living in the rice farming communities and also to our environment. But we're trying to figure out another solution. And we figured out that rice straw is actually lignocellulosic biomass, which means that it can be turned into products of higher value, be it biogas, biofuels, sugar syrup, or even pulp for paper. So, why are we still not doing this? Currently, there are little to no incentives for farmers to stop burning their rice straw. And there are many misconceptions in the market, and it's inexpensive and convenient for the farmers to just burn it. So, right now, being green is not profitable, but yet we are here to change that.
So what if there was a place where rice farmers could sell their byproduct to someone that actually needs it and wants to do something with it? What if this platform would let buyers seamlessly connect with these providers of rice straw? Combining our different expertise in different backgrounds in bioenvironmental systems engineering, business administration, and computer science, we came up with a solution. Introducing the new digital market for farmers and buyers. If you want to access our platform, you would first have to sign up as either a farmer or a buyer. Now, when you sign up, you can access our marketplace, where all of the Uroboros community can see all of the listings and compare them with other things. You can also access the information on the listing and the farmer that's providing it. If you are satisfied with it, you can buy it and further initiate contact. Now, in addition, farmers can get reviews and certifications that can help them sell themselves as a green business. Now, to achieve community engagement, we came up with this thing we call Radar. So Radar will tell all of our users what is happening near them, and even courses that they can take to better do practices and achieve sustainable farming.
So our target market are small and medium farmers who have an average of 50 hectares. 1 hectare accounts for 6 tons of rice straw. That would give us 300 tons of rice straw per harvest. There is an average of 2 harvests per year, resulting in 600 tons of rice straw. Every ton can be sold at $7 US. That would give the average farmer $4,200 of extra income in a year. Our revenue model includes 5% transaction fee for every transaction done in our platform. Other features such as ads, certifications, and transportation would also contribute to our revenue. Taiwan alone produces 1.5 million tons of rice straw in a year. With access to 1/4 of that amount, we could get $130,000 in a year. These allows for scalability to other rice-producing nations that are bigger, such as Vietnam, China, and Cambodia, just to name a few. We have received positive feedback from rice farming communities, as well as companies in the industry, such as Taiwan Sugar Company. We imagine a world where CO2 emissions can be taken out from the climate change equation. Our goal is to empower farmers and fight climate change with sustainable agriculture. We invite you to share the same dream with us. We invite you to take action. We are Uroboros. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Uroboros. Any questions or comments from the judges?
Do you have some contact with all the different governments of each countries?
No, we're starting with Taiwan, but we believe that this is a very scalable product, and then we would be speaking to other countries and their farmers associations and ministries of agriculture to see how we can expand to those countries.
Thanks for that presentation. Great to see the scale again on how to reach out to a vast community. You started with the example of rice, but if I understood it right, this platform can do much more because it's transactional on whatever the goods are. So what are the other areas you are thinking of that could be relevant for the platform beyond rice?
Well, beyond rice, other forms of this kind of biomass, we could also use waste from corn or wheat, which are the #1 and #2 crops worldwide. So, and besides that, what we actually want to focus on is on the community integration and how the community can grow and how we can empower farmers.
Thank you so much.
Any more? Wow, that was wonderful. Thank you so much, Uroboros. Thank you. Okay, that was our last team, and you all should have entered your scores. I hope you do. If not, you have about 5 seconds to do so. And right now, we're just going to calculate the results, and we will need about 60 seconds, and we'll come back to you, and please don't leave the room. So just wait for us for 60 seconds. So we have the results. Do you want to know the results? I do. I'm sure the teams really are very super excited to know who is going to be the top 3 teams. But please remember, these teams have been selected from 166 teams from 31 countries. So just like WorldSkills competitors competing at WorldSkills competition, they are already called the WorldSkills champions. So I think these teams deserve a round of applause for their wonderful presentations. All right, so I will go from the 5th place, and I would like to invite the CEO of WorldSkills International, David Hoey, to join up with Marcus representing the HP Foundation to help us give some recognition to our team. So, the 5th place is Loulou Lab. Please welcome. All right. Just for a photo, please. Yeah. Yes. All right, thank you very much, Loulou Lab. Number 4, we have Moomba Merge. So please come out here, Mahmoud. Thank you very much. All right, very exciting. Number 3, we have Christina from Cereals. Congratulations to make it to the top 3 teams. Thank you. All right, getting closer and closer. Number 2, we have the team from India, Ripple. Thank you. Okay, I don't think it's a rocket science to know who number 1 is. And let me please announce Uroboros to be the first place of BeChangeMaker 2018. Please welcome Uroboros. Come out to the stage quickly, quickly. Oh yeah, please. So all of the teams, please come on stage for the final picture very quickly. Thank you. Yeah. It's not very easy. Oh, that's really nice. We have the audience taking some photos as well. I think we're gonna promote us on social media. Thank you very much. All right. Thank you. Thank you, the team. Thank you for the team. Thank you for the judges. So that we conclude BeChangeMaker 2018, and thank you everyone again for participating with us. And I would like to give the floor back to Jos.
Thank you very much. Well, there are not so many items left on the agenda. It's only congratulations, everybody, of course. Let them cheer for a while.